Howdy folks, Bluesboy Jag here with yet another 3-string cigar box guitar lesson. It's The Thrill Is Gone by the great B.B. King. We are tuned to open G. This is an A string tuned down to G, and a D string tuned normal to D, and a 3rd string G string tuned normal to G. Always tune your G string normal. Super common tuning for the 3-string cigar box guitar. A lot of people ask me, why do so many people tune to open G on a cigar box guitar? I really actually don't know the answer to that question, other than the fact is you can play in a whole lot of different keys if you tune to the key of G. You have enough options along the fretboard to play different versions of chords as well, different inversions of chords. So it works out pretty well for open G tuning. And besides all that, it sort of just became the default standard over the years, and there are tons and tons of guitar lessons online, either tab or video lessons, that are in the key of G. So a lot of people tune to G because of that, so they can learn those songs and they just stay in G. But you can tune it a whole bunch of different ways. Let's get right to it. First of all, we're going to be playing in the key of B minor. So a 3-string chord, open G chord, is not a major chord and it's not a minor chord. It's neither. It's only 2 notes, because for this tuning we have a G and a D and a G. So we have 2 G's and a D. There's no major third in it to make it a major chord. There's also no minor third in it to make it a minor chord. So it's neither major nor minor. Having said all that, this song is in the key of B minor. So we're going to be playing actually a 2-note B chord, which is neither minor nor major. So open for this tuning is G, 2 frets up, barred across is A, and 2 more is B. So this is going to be our home bass. Like I said, this is neither major nor minor. It's just 2 notes. So it's a repetitive chord, shall we say, because the 1st string and the 3rd string are the same note, G, A, B. So this is going to be our home bass right here, bar all the way across. And it's a real slow, kind of a loping shuffle. That way, you can do it finger picking style, all sorts of different ways you can do it. When I do this, I'm claw hammering, which means my pinky is holding my hand steady against the guitar, and I'm using my 1st, 2nd, sometimes my 3rd, but not that often, and my thumb. So it's not necessarily a typical shuffle like that. It's a more mellow kind of a thing. And that click is simply muting the strings. Right here. That's the chord, and then I lift the chord up off the fretboard. So that's one way to do it. You can also do finger picking. There's just all sorts of different ways you can do that rhythm. But it's a straight, just like that. That actually might be a bit too fast. It's a slow song. So this is a B minor chord. Not really. Like I said, it's neither major nor minor, but we're going to call it B minor. So that's when you start singing The Thrill Is Gone. Nice and steady. So that's the what they call the 1 chord of the blues. It's the first chord of the 3. The next chord is going to be up here to the 9th fret. So what chord is that going to be, ladies and gents? Well, we can go backwards from the 12th fret because that's a G. So that's going to be a G. And then we're going to go 2 below that is F. One more is E. So the first chord is a B and the second chord is an E. Go back to that B chord, use your pinky 2 frets up. I'm only using my first finger to bar across, and I've got my pinky on 2, 7. So I'm using that pinky, and I'm toggling back and forth on and off on that second string. Off, on, off, on, off. And notice how I'm clicking like that, and I'm muting those strings. That's just one way to do it. It gives it sort of a groove, a slow groove. So that's the 1 chord, which is B minor. So here's your 1 chord, B minor. Your 5 chord. So I've got my second finger on 4, 7. First finger is on 2, 5. First finger is on 3, 7. And the first finger is going to be on 2, 5. And the third finger is on 1, 7. Not using my pinky at all. Now we slide all that down 1 fret. That's the whole song. It does stay on that chord that long. It's a slow song. So now where do we go to? If you're going to do a shuffle, make sure you use your pinky 1, 2, 3 frets above the bar. And I'm choking that with that hand. You don't have to. Thrill is gone. The thrill has gone away. We're going to go to the 5 chord. Actually, it's a sharp 5. now where would you play a solo? Well, for this particular tuning, if you check out some of my other lessons, you'll find that if you're barring across with this tuning, then you're going to start your scale there. That's the easy way. So right there is a pentatonic, and there's 2 frets in between my fingers. So I've got my first finger down here on 1/4. My pinky is going to be 3 frets up. So you got 2 frets in between. Same thing on the 2nd string, same thing on the 3rd string. Remember, the outside 2 strings are tuned identically. So whatever notes you play on the 1st string, you're going to be playing on the 3rd string as well. So that's your pentatonic right there on top of where that chord is. Now we can go 2 frets above that, so take your pinky fret, go 2 frets up, replace it with your 3rd finger and your 1st. So that's the next box. Here's your 1st box. Take that pinky, or the highest note of that box, go up 2 more frets, replace it with your 3rd finger and your 1st finger. Check down below in the notes and you'll find some really cool scales that you can experiment with us on this song. Make sure you keep it slow and steady and experiment with jam tracks for this key, which is going to be B minor. So start out slow with your experimentation and your improvisation, because remember, it's a slow song. About like that. Right there, I'm choking with my right hand. They call that the claw hammer technique. Check out my other videos for more on that. Check out my website, jagshouse.com. Cigar box guitars just like this one since 2004. Over 4,000 sold. And we'll see you next time.